Hi everyone, myself Umesh R, Assistant Professor in Commerce and Management. Today, I will be discussing on the concept of secondary distribution of overheads under simultaneous equation method. Here, secondary distribution of overhead, which is also known as reapportionment of overhead expenses, which means apportionment of total cost of service departments in the company to production departments based on the extent of services received by each production department of the company. ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಂಚುವಂತದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಇನ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಅಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ overhead expenses of service department to the production departments. It is called as secondary distribution of overheads. For secondary distribution of overheads, there are several methods. In today's class, I will be discussing on simultaneous equation method, which is being used to prepare secondary distribution of overheads. Simultaneous equation method means construction of equation to compute total cost of the service department and solving them to ascertain the exact total cost, finally allocating the computed total cost to the production departments. This is what simultaneous equation method is of. So simultaneous equation method ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಂಚೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆಫ್ secondary distribution of overhead with an example. Here the example problem is given as Ravi Manufacturing Company has 3 production departments and 2 service departments. The department's overhead distribution summary. Here the term department's overhead distribution summary means total overheads as per primary distribution. Remember one aspect. For secondary distribution of overheads to be done, we should have completed primary distribution of overheads. Then only we can start the secondary distribution of overhead. In this problem, primary distribution of overheads is completed and total cost as per primary distribution was specified. Production department A 30,000, B 20,000, C 10,000, service departments X 2,340, Y 3,000 rupees. The expenses of service department are charged on a percentage basis, which are as follows. Service department X 20% to A, 40% to B, 30% to C, 10% to Y. Service department Y, 40% to A, 20% each to B, C and X. This is the problem which has been given for us to understand the simultaneous equation method. Before we get into the solution part, let us clarify few things relating to secondary distribution of overheads. First thing, in order to do secondary distribution of overheads, primary distribution of overheads must be completed. Here it is completed. Second thing, the extent of services rendered by the service department to other departments must be measured and specified in the form of percentages. Here it is given in the second part of the problem. Once you have assured about these two things, then you can go for solving the problem. So to recall, secondary distribution of overhead statement ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಟೋಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅವರೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಯಾವ ಯಾವ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಹ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟೇಬಲ್. ಇವೆರಡೂ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದರೆ ನಾವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ simultaneous equation method, the first step will be rewrite the percentage table given in the problem by deleting the production department columns. In our problems, we had three production department, A, B and C. I have deleted them and just reconstructed the percentage table which was given in the problem itself. Problem nalle ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಈ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲಂಗಳನ್ನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗಳ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ನ ರೀಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ರೀಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬೈ deleting production department columns, and it looks like department XY, department XY. We have only service department in this table. We don't have production department. Second step will be fill up the blank spaces in the step number 1 with the total overhead as per primary distribution of the respective departments. We had a blank space in the department X column. It is filled up with the total overhead as per primary distribution of the respective department, 2340, and the second blank space is of in Y column, and Y's primary distribution total is 3000 rupees. So second step, fill up the blank spaces with the total overheads of the respective department as per primary distribution. ಯಾವ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಆ ಕಾಲಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ is of constructing simultaneous equation for each service department, one after the another. While constructing the equation, just recall the definition of simultaneous equation method, which was saying that construct each equation to compute ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹದ್ದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು 2340 plus 20%. Percentage should be applied on the department which is referred horizontally. Percentage ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So when I look 20% horizontally, it will direct towards y. So I have writing it as 20% of y. It is just a total x equals to 2340 plus 20% of y. By mathematical simplification, x equals to 2340 plus 20% simplified to 0.2y. 20% means 20 by 100. 20 by 100 results into 0.2y. In the simultaneous equation, all the variables remain on the left hand side. So the y variable which is on the right hand side will be shifted to the left hand side. Plus 0.2y becomes minus 0.2y. So x minus 0.2y equals to 2340. The equation consists of two unknown variable x and y. As a result of that, it is taken as equation number 1. One department is completed. Let us move on to the next department, that is y. So total of y will be made as y equals to 10%. We had 10% in the column. So 10% referred horizontally direct towards x. 10% ಅನ್ನ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ x ನ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 10% of x plus 3000 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. y equals to 10% of x plus 3000. With the further mathematical simplification, y equals to 0.1x plus 3000. 10% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 10 divided by 100. 10 divided by 100 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 0.1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So 0.1x plus 3000. As all the variables should be on the left hand side, I will be shifting 0.1x to the left hand side, which becomes y minus 0.1x equals to 3000. In the first equation, x is the first variable, y is the second variable. But here we have y as the first one, x as the second one. So I will just rearranging the places. When we are rearranging the places, there will not be a change in the sign, which results into minus 0.1x plus y equals to 3000. This is of equation number 2. Hope you are all understood the concept of constructing the equations. Now let us move on to the next part of the simultaneous equation method, that is solving these two equations. In order to solve these two equations, the mathematical methods which is available are method of elimination, method of substitution, method of cross multiplication, method of comparison, and Cramer's rule. You can use any of these methods which is convenient to you. You can use a method of elimination or a method of comparison or Cramer's rule. Any method can be used. Decide the convenient method as per your knowledge. Here I will be using Cramer's rule to solve the equations. First equation is x minus 0.2y equals to 2340 minus 0.1x plus y equals to 3000. These are the two equations which I will be solving by Cramer's rule. Under Cramer's rule, first construct delta matrix. A delta matrix is a determinant matrix constructed with the help of coefficient of variable in the equation. ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಗಳ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಎ determinant matrix constructed by taking the coefficient values of variable in the equation. In the first equation, x has the coefficient of 1, y has the coefficient of minus 0.2. In the second equation, x has the coefficient of minus 0.1 and y has the coefficient of 1. So the coefficients of x are 1 and minus 0.1. Coefficient of y is minus 0.2 and 1. This is how the delta matrix will be constructed. After constructing the delta matrix, simplify by using the formula as product of principal diagonals minus product of secondary diagonals. Principal diagonals are element from left top corner to the right bottom corner. Secondary diagonals are element from left bottom corner to right top corner. Product of principal diagonal minus product of secondary diagonal, which comes to 1 into 1 minus 0.1 multiplied by minus 0.2. 1 multiplied with 1 results into 1. Minus 0.1 into minus 0.2 will result into 0.02. Finally, we'll get a value called 0.98. Once the delta value is computed, thereafter compute the determinant value for each variable one after the another. Here we have two variables x and y. We will compute determinant value for x and y one after the another. The determinant value of x is called delta x. Delta x is a determinant matrix constructed by replacing the coefficient of the variable with constant numbers. ಅಂದರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲಿನ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ x ನ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 1 ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೈನಸ್ 0.1. ಈ ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ 2340 ಮತ್ತೆ 3000 rupees ಅನ್ನ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. This is how delta matrix of the variable will be constructed. Replace the coefficient of the variable with the constant numbers. By applying the formula of Cramer's rule, product of principal diagonal minus product of secondary diagonal. Principal diagonals are 2340 and 1. 2340 into 1 minus 3000 multiplied with minus 0.2. 2340 multiplied with 1 results into 2340 minus 3000 multiplied with the minus 0.2 will results into minus 600. So finally we got 2340 minus of minus 600. Minus of minus means minus into minus, minus into minus plus. So 2340 plus 600 will comes to 2940 rupees. So determinant value for the first variable x will be computed as 2940 rupees. In the same methodology, compute determinant value for the second variable y. So as I said earlier, determinant value of a variable will be computed by replacing the coefficient of the variable with a constant number. Delta y ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ y ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಆ y ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ y ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು minus 0.2 and 1. By eliminating them 2340 ಮತ್ತೆ 3000 rupees ಅನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So we got delta y matrix simplified in the Cramer's rule will result into 3234. This is of computation of determinant values under Cramer's rule. Finally, value of each variable will be computed as x equals to delta x divided by delta determinant value of the variable divided by determinant value of the coefficients. Delta x is of 2940 divided by 0.98 will result into 3000 rupees. Similarly, y value will be obtained as y equals to delta y divided by delta 3234 divided by 0.98 will result into 3000 rupees. So finally, with the use of Cramer's rule, we got the values as x equals to 3000, y equals to 3300. So here I have been using the Cramer's rule to solve the equation, but in reality you can use any method of your convenience. After computing the total cost of each service department by solving the constructed equations, the next step will be preparation of a statement showing secondary distribution of overheads. In this statement, the columns will be of overheads, percentages, total, and production departments. In the statement, the first entry to be made will be of total overhead as per primary distribution. Either it will be provided in the problem or it will be computed by us in the preparation of primary distribution of overheads. In this example, it was given in the problem. So, as per the information in the problem, total overhead as per primary distribution will be 30,000 for A, 20,000 for B, 10,000 for C. When I total it comes to 60,000. I have included service department cost also 65,340. After mentioning the total overhead as per primary distribution, apportion the computed cost of each service department as per the percentages given in the problem. Service department X computed cost is 3,000 rupees. The percentages which were given in the problem is 20% for A, 40% for B, 30% for C. Apportionment of 3,000 rupees in these percentages will comes to 600, 1,200 and 900 rupees. Very simple. 3,000 into 20 by 100, 3,000 into 40 by 100 and 3,000 into 30 by 100. One department is completed. Similarly, repeat it for the another department also. The computed cost of another department Y is 3,300. The percentages which are given in the problem will be of 40% for A, 20% for B, 20% for C. 3,300 multiplied with 40% will comes to 1,320. 3,300 multiplied with 20% will comes to 660 and similarly 660 rupees. Finally, total it and this total will be called total overhead as per secondary distribution. This is how the secondary distribution of overheads is done under simultaneous equation method. Hope you are all understood the concept of simultaneous equation method for preparing secondary distribution of overhead. After watching this video, if you feel it is worth of watching my educational videos, kindly like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.